What you're seeing is actual World War II dogfighting. What makes this war footage special is the Americans in the cockpits. They were known as the Lonely Eagles, the Tuskegee Airmen. They fought two wars, one at home, prejudice, and the other abroad, the enemy. Some said they couldn't fly, but burning desire to prove it wrong and their patronage of America's freedom won them their right to soar above the clouds with their warplanes screaming victoriously. For some Tuskegee cadets, the war ended early, like for E. Russell Hicks Vice Principal Robert Johnson.
I was very much disappointed because at that point I was keyed up to do what I thought had to be done. And that was use the education I'd received in the service and go overseas and fly and get involved with what was going on over there, but that never happened to me.
Did you know this was a part of history and that you were making it?
I didn't think of it like that. All I was interested in at the time was preparing myself for whatever was needed to defend the country or to go overseas and do what had to be done. I didn't think of it as part of history being made, although I did know at the time that at Tuskegee, it was the only black base for pilot training. But as far as history was concerned, no, I didn't think of it like that.
Cadet Johnson stood at attention, performed and maintained a high level of proficiency demanded by the likes of Brigadier General Benjamin O. Davis, the first black Army general, and his son, Colonel B.O. Davis, Jr., the first Air Force general. One of the most recognized international author historians, Jeffrey Ethel, tells about the very story Johnson recalls.
Well, unfortunately, they had to fight two wars. They had to fight the war of discrimination. Can you imagine having to push your way into combat? You know, everybody telling you, no, you can't fly, no, you don't have the ability, no, blacks are inferior to whites mentally, all that garbage. They pushed through all that and made themselves get into combat. A lot of guys were draft dodging out there, and these guys had to fight two wars to do it. So it shows you some of the guts, some of the gumption they had.
And for Robert Johnson today, he remembers vividly the details and experiences, the sounds of roaring planes, the hope to fight for his country, the punishment of not being recognized as a true American, for they all, the Tuskegee Airmen, gave their lives. Truly a lonely eagle's plight.